I want to start with this. There's a story brewing, and this fight isn't about politics or budgets. It's about truth, accountability, and who gets to decide what the American people are allowed to know. The Pentagon is under fire after rolling out new rules that would force journalists to accept tighter restrictions on covering military operations. Reporters would need additional clearance, even for unclassified information, and access could be revoked for anyone who solicits details not pre-approved by defense officials. Now, nearly every major outlet, from the Associated Press to Fox News, has refused to sign this agreement. Only One American News, reportedly has signed the agreement so far. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says it's about protecting national security, but critics across the spectrum see something else, a potentially dangerous attempt to control the message, to decide which stories get told and which journalists get silenced. I can tell you the press does not exist to make the Pentagon comfortable. It exists to make the Pentagon accountable. The First Amendment was not written so reporters could read government press releases. It was written so they could question them. Of course, military secrecy has a very important place, a crucial place. No journalist should publish troop movements or classified data that puts lives at risk. But that's not really what I think this is all about. These rules seem to go far beyond security. They could create a really chilling effect, telling reporters if you ask too many questions, you'll lose your access. That's not exactly oversight. To me, that feels like intimidation. Veteran correspondents are calling this policy censorship, and that may be fair. The Pentagon Press Association says it will discourage sources from talking and publishing reports for doing their job. Reporters who covered wars for decades are now saying they'd rather walk away than sign a document that muzzles their coverage. When reporters who've risked their lives covering America's wars say this is a line too far, we should probably listen to them. I hope this administration realizes that you can't just boot reporters you don't like. That's not patriotism. A free press is not the enemy of the military. It's one of the few institutions that keeps power honest. If officials want public trust, they can build walls around the truth. Now, that in mind, the press has been awful for the last 10 years, ignoring its duty to seek the truth, replacing it with some sort of twisted loyalty to get their side, whichever it is, elected. The truth be damned. The press has responsibilities. To be fair, to be factual, to avoid turning news into entertainment or politics. But fairness doesn't mean silence. It means asking tough questions of everyone, including the media. Pressure the media to do its job. Ask questions, not just on one side. And when the government crosses the line into secrecy, the press has a duty to call it out. At the end of the day, I don't think this is about reporters or press passes. It's about you, the public. You pay for the government. You pay for the military and the wars that we fight. You have a right to know what's being done in your name with your money. That right cannot exist if the Pentagon decides which questions get asked and which voices get banned. In America, any government that fears questions probably deserves a lot of questions.